Merhaba, ben Hüner. Kullanılmış yelken kumaşlarını ileri dönüştürerek dayanıklı, el işçiliğiyle üretilmiş çanta ve aksesuarlar tasarlıyorum. İleri dönüşüm, artık atıl olan veya olduğu halde kullanılamayacak malzemeleri daha çok değer katarak tekrar kullanılabilecek hale getirmek demek. İleri dönüşüm yapmak için çok fazla kaynak ve olanak var. Her malzeme başka bir şeye dönüştürülebilecek bir fırsat gibi gelmeye başlıyor. WWF Market için geliştirdiğimiz bu koleksiyonu mümkün olacak en az miktarda atık çıkarmış olmak için son 3 yıldır kendi markamın üretimi için kullandığım yelkenlerin kalan parçalarından yaptık. Bu sebeple kevlar, dakron ve balon yarış yelkenlerinin parçalarından oluşan bu çantaların hepsi birbirinden farklı.
Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all of you e-sailing fans sitting out there around the world, and a warm welcome to Turkey. I love to travel to Turkey, but at the moment I can't travel to Turkey. Sometimes actually coming out to play beach volleyball, and some of you say, hey Thomas, you're not tall enough. I am actually. A funny story before we meet tonight's co-host. I went to Sarasota, I went to Bermuda, and I actually also had an offline event with him last year, and he's also a dear friend of me and a dear friend of Alec Wilkinson. And just to compare about heights, I'm a little bit taller both than Alec Wilkinson and tonight's co-host Kaan Mansluka. Please welcome the Turkish carrot. Havuk will join us in studio now.
Hi Thomas, how are you? Yeah, thank you. I can stand up if you want. Maybe we can compare our heights. I'm sitting here. What?
And Kaan, what are we going to see tonight?
Yeah, we're going to see total of four teams, and they're going to play with each other in the semifinals, and then afterwards there will be a grand final, and all the teams are made of like three people, three boats, and of course they're going to race in best of 5 format. So whoever wins 3 races in the team race format will just advance to the next level. In this stage we are in the semifinals, but we started with like 15 teams, 15 universities. And there were actually 3 countries. It was Czech Republic, Italy, and Turkey. So unfortunately, there's nobody left from Czech Republic and Italy in these semifinals. So all of the teams are going to be Turkish, and they're very top universities are going to be competing as well.
Yeah. This just means what I also said last time we went to Turkey. I said, wow, we are going to go to Turkey, maybe one of the most I have to say, underdog leagues we have in the world, because Turkey is actually having some good players. We have you on one of the team. We have Dogbaz, we have Kasiak also, Utmonefe. I can continue, Unomalinsi, Sinjit, Sinjay, Imsine. We have all of them. All of them are top performing. And what we're going to see tonight is a university league. So the next guys coming into the league are joining in. And while saying that, let's see the boats joining in the race while we are talking. And there they are. As you said, we're going to see team race, and to those of you who hasn't seen a team race before, that's 3. In this case, it's 3 versus 3 boats. It's the J boat, it's J17, and you get points. So it's all about getting as low points as possible when you're racing together. And the way it works is if you're getting first, second, and third, then you get 1 point for the first place, 2 points for the second place, 3 points for the third place. That will give 6 points in total. And in a race like this, Havuk, you're really good in math. There are how many points?
Well, actually, so there are 6 players right now, and if a team collects 10 points or less, then that team wins the race.
So
So in actually how we calculate in while we are racing, if you are racing 3 against 3, and we say, okay, if my team has first place and third place, and the third player doesn't matter. Okay, so that's the scenario that we are looking forward for. But of course, there are many calculations. The thing is that we have to have 10 points or less.
10 points or less, and while saying that, race number 1 is on, and it's in between Sailing and the Technical University of what? You know all the names better than me. Istanbul.
Yeah, Istanbul Technical University.
Let's
and
join in.
Sabancı University. Sabancı University is the host of the event, and I'm also graduated from that university. So, yeah, it's really good to see them racing here.
And there we go, Mr. Kanmans Luka Havuk from Turkey, one of the best players in the world in the commentary booth. It's 3 versus 3, it's race number 1, 1.4 wins, 0.4 loss, best of 5. And Havuk, take it away.
Well, look, Karşıyaka Mutefe Alpkoçak is also racing in Istanbul Technical University. I think he's the best player here in this fleet. And also from Sabancı University, Jarfi is a really talented guy, Kemal Jarfi. And I think they're both going to be leading their team. And we saw that Sabancı University had just a little bit better start in general, but it's all on the table right now.
Yeah, what we just saw was Kadu. He got a penalty in the start, but we also saw Kocuniversity himself going to the right-hand side all by himself, trying to control the race. And right now, it looks a little bit mixed. It looks like, yeah, we have the yellow team. That's actually the Technical University of Istanbul. They are in the lead with Kafi, but Kocuniversity and also Kalita are in a good position to control the two other players.
Yeah, I think they're in a good position because, as you can see, there's a nice left shift at the left, and Sabancı University team is at the left side of the course. So I think they have a little bit advantage here. And we can see at the right-hand side there is somebody, yeah, Kandu. He isn't in a really good position. I think he's going to be in the last position while we are heading to the upwind mark.
But it doesn't matter anything, he's last. Remember, it's a team race. So if his teammates gets first and second and he gets 6, then it's, I have to say, 9 points. And it's all about getting 10 points or less to win a race. Right now, Kafi coming first to the top mark. Kocuniversity in second. We can see Kalita coming up. Then we have Helvansi, and we also have Bakay. Bakay, he is one of the organizers from the organizing university. He's currently in 4th, but see, an attack from Kocuniversity straight down. It's a hit with the missiles.
Yeah, that's something everybody does in the community while we are team racing. Oh yeah, he bared away and then just pulled the trigger there.
Yeah, and while they're doing that, see there, Kafi, he's sailing away, but we have a wind block up here in this team race, and another penalty to the university. And so, how do I pronounce it right?
Sabancı University.
Sabancı, thank you. I really love to. I have to learn Turkish today. Normally, I'm inviting you guys in to learn a little bit Danish or British, but tonight it is Turkish night. There we have it.
Yeah. Right now we saw that Karşıyaka Mutefe, he did a mark trap because he wanted his mate Kandu to be able to catch up with the fleet. So he's trying everything he got. As you can see, he's laughing the other guy. Oh, he got a penalty. Laughing too
Kocuniversity
much.
with a penalty. He pressured really much into Helvanzi, and what a penalty he got there. So close there, and right now we can see one of the teammates from the Technical University of Istanbul, Kalita, is trying to catch up with Kafi, but having a hard time. I think the battle is in between the last 4 players. Who will win it overall? Will it be the organizing university or the Technical University of Istanbul?
Well, Thomas, I have to say, in 3 versus 3 team racing, the first place has a very good advantage, because all the other teammates have to do is not to finish in the last position. So if Susail is able to finish in 4th and 5th, and they will win the race. But at the same time, they have to protect each other, because the other 3 guys can also play on the last two guys. So it's really tricky there.
It is really tricky, but right now there's only one focus: to make sure Bakay and Helvanzi are losing, getting 5th and 6th. But right now, 4th and 6th is also losing the game. So can they keep them all behind Kasiaka, or can Kasiaka keep himself in the middle and Kalita and Kandu can get 2nd and 3rd? Then it's all open, and the Technical University of Istanbul will win race number 1. But it's not over yet. It's not over yet.
Well, I have to say it's really hard for Helvacı to pass Karşıyaka, because we know he's really talented. Yeah. And it's not going to be easy for Sabancı University.
No, and here we see the leading boat, Kafi. He is waiting for his teammates. He's afraid of sailing into the victory, and that might lose the race for them, because Kalita is ready for doing an attack. See cat and mouse work here. We're so close here. What happens behind? His teammates are in 5th and 6th. Right now it's the Technical University of Istanbul in the lead. So who will take it? It's downwind action. Last downwind leg coming up.
Well, it's the boats are really close to each other, and if Sabancı University team can coordinate within themselves, I think they can take one guy. But in the meanwhile, Jarfi has to have the victory as well, but it doesn't look likely. So I think it's going to be really tough for Sabancı University to win this race, as we are nearly finishing the race.
And we can see the points. 8 points for the Technical University of Istanbul, and Sabancı University 13 points. Everything changed that top mark. Next time, Kafi might just race for the victory and cross his fingers that his teammates are battling and winning over the rest of the team. But it's looking hard. Finish line getting closer.
It doesn't look likely that Sabancı is going to win. I'm calling it that Istanbul Technical University is 1-0 leading the race.
So you're calling 1-0 for Istanbul Technical University. 2 persons crosses the finish line and they're 4th place. So 1 point coming up for the Technical University of Istanbul. And there we have the confirmation. It's not 19 points. It's more 13 points against 8, but it still confirms we have a winner of race number 1.
Team racing feature. Yeah, this team racing feature is a new feature, so I think there are some bugs in the game, and the point is not calculating correctly. So, but yeah, we saw that Istanbul Technical University managed to come back at the first upwind. The Sabancı University was in a better position, but at the end of the day, yeah, we saw that Karşıyaka is also very talented there.
Yeah. But we also saw a very bad start for Technical University of Istanbul, with Kandu crossing the starting line for last, way behind, and we saw him at the right hand side, but then we saw the battle with Kasiaka took the battle to two of the other players, and then, yeah, the overall leader Kafi had to slow down and get ready for some action.
Exactly. He had to try, but yeah, he had nothing to do there.
He has nothing to do there. And with that said, Kaan, what are we going to expect in Turkey? Because it looks like a high level, but still fair racing. We only saw one really team race attack, one really e-sport attack made by Kashiaka at the first gate mark, going downwind like a missile. Is it normal that it's so fair play like in Turkey?
Yeah, I think so. People are more like fair play like because we are not doing too much team racing in general. Usually doing fleet racing, and we all know that if we just ruin someone's race, and they're going to come for payback, you know. So everyone's like too cautious about that. But yeah, as you say, this is an e-sport and this is team racing, and they have to feel free to penalize each other, unlike in the usual fleet racing, of course. So I think as we do these races, people will get used to it and just try more attacks and be in more competitive mode in the future.
And with that said, we are getting ready for race number 2. It's 1-0 for the Technical University of Istanbul. And Havuk, you really need to help me. It's Sabancı University. It's that correct set? Because they are the organizers and they're really doing a great job. And I have been really communicating with them the last couple of days to create a studio, to create some graphics, to remember all the beautiful sponsors that are supporting this event and the university. So, and can you tell a little bit more while we're waiting for race number 2 to start, a little bit more about the international teams that were there? A team from Czechia, you said?
Yeah, there was a team from Czech Republic and Italy, Bogaziciuniversity, as far as I can remember. But they were eliminated in the group stage, where there were like four groups and four teams each. And unfortunately, top 2 of each group just qualified for the quarterfinals. And right now, we are in the semifinals. We are just down to 4.
And with that said, let's go in game. Let's see the beautiful start. Let's have some action. And there we go. Race number 2 coming up. Right now it's 1-0 for the Technical University of Turkey. They are in the blue team against Team Yellow, Sabancı University. And right now we are in the start. And what to look at in the start, Kaan? What are we going to see here?
Well, the start is crucial, and we have a really small starting line, and you have to just avoid getting penalty at the last second, because you have to have a fast and you have to have a fast start and a good position start. So this is really crucial, and we can see in the pennant that a yellow boat has a really good start, I think.
Yeah, and Kalita with a false start. And a penalty, double penalty actually. But I think it's the false start creating that penalty, slowing him down. And as we can see, he has mannequin the piss on his sail, so he might just piss on that start. Let's get ready to some action. Right now we can see Kandu going to the right-hand side, and in the middle, Kashiaka trying to take control. And then we have 3 sails, 3 yellow sails from Sabancı University.
Well, I think Kashiaka and Kandu, they are in a really good position. And here on the right-hand side, there's a nice wind at the right, and the wind is coming from the right as well. So Istanbul Technical University has a really favorable position in the first upwind, I can say.
Yeah, and while we are speaking upwind, if you're new to this game, watch the top left corner. We have to tell a little bit about the format. You're racing upwind 2 times, downwind 2 times. And when you're going upwind, these boats are racing in between 5.5 knots to 6.1 knots. All about the wind pressure. You can read the wind pressure on the radar. If it's white and a light area, then it's a light wind pressure. And if it's a dark breeze or a hot breeze, you can see the colors are getting dark in the game. Battle coming up. Kocuniversity versus Baquet. This is a furious battle because those two really wants to win this event.
Yeah, we saw Karşıyaka just made a move. He bared away to penalize Berkay, but Berkay also reacted fast and he bared away as well. But right now he's under the wind shadow of Karşıyaka. He's not in a really good position, and Karşıyaka is covering him quite well. And in the meantime, Candu is in a really good position. He's in a 3rd place or maybe 2nd place, as I think. And if they finish like that, and it's obviously Istanbul Technical University winning the 2nd race again.
Yeah. And now they're coming into the top mark. Let's see it from the top so we can see some battle. We can see the 2 blue boats coming in first. Kocuniversity, Kadu is coming in first, rounding that top mark, and looks like they have a lot of air towards Helvansi, and then Kafi and Baquet coming in. They have to take care they're not penalizing each other. Oh, they're keeping distance, and then Kalita just need to make some trouble against the 2 others coming from behind. But it looks like a hard task. It looks like great job or jobs well done by Technical University of Istanbul.
Yeah. Now, for Sabancı University, what they have to do is they have to just catch Candu and make him in the 4th or 5th place, so that they have a chance to win. But right now, as we can see, Istanbul Technical University, they are in the top 2. So it's not going to be easy for Sabancı University to win this race, I think.
And now the first battle is coming in. We can see Helvansi is getting ready to throw some dirty air. The wind shadow, that's the wide area. We can see he's throwing it on Candu, slowing him down, taking over the 2nd position. But they're not that aggressive as we hoped for. Kalita attacking Kafi, and then Baquet coming in to relieve him a little bit. But it looks hard. They're doing a great job in the blue boats.
Yeah, we can see Kalita is protecting actually Karşıyaka and Candu by just with his wind shadow on the Susail guys. So they are losing a lot of distance here. And in the meanwhile, his teammates from Istanbul Technical University, they're just going away, just increasing the distance between each other.
He had a bad start. He was coming last, and now he's making a lot of trouble. Double penalty made by Kalita. He is nailing it. He's almost sinking the boat. If this was real life, it was a pirate jumping on the boat, taking the rear, and then sailing them another way. So what a move by him, making his teammates only taking care of Helvansi in the lead.
Yeah, Thomas, I think one of your favorite movies, Pirates of the Caribbean, I believe.
So this was a Captain Sparrow coming in against the Kraken. But I have to say, it was actually a great move, because what a bad start he had. False start and a penalty. And now he just came back in the race and took the battle both to Baquet and Kafi.
Yeah, Kalita just making this race easy for Karşıyaka and Candu. And I think İTÜ, yeah, Istanbul Technical University almost win the race, we can say. And I can call it if you want.
No. You have been in studio 2 times before with us, Mr. Kahneman's Luca, and last time we called it. Everything went wrong. Disconnection, lightning, fire, boat sinking, everything went out. So we never call in studio what's happening, and everything can happen. A small disconnection, a small issue with internet connection, both for Kadu or for Kocuniversity, can change everything.
Yeah, exactly. This is esport, and not in real life. The wind changes everything. and there, in some conditions you're not able to race because of low wind or too much wind. But in e-sailing, you're not able to race if you don't have a good connection or if you have a disconnection. So you have to watch out for your internet connection, otherwise you'll get 7 points.
Yeah, and what we're seeing here right now, just watch it. Right now, Halvansi just made to get in front of Kandu, and they are covering up Kalita. This might open up for Bakay. Can he come up and do something with Kadu? If Halvansi is turning around and taking the battle to Kadu, then rest of the fleet can join in. And right now, they're splitting up. Kalita can only cover one boat, so it's now or never. And they know it up here. Halvansi luffing the sails, getting ready to attack. This is the battle that can change everything.
Yeah, let's see. There is an attack from Havaji, but he's not in a starboard position, so it's going to be really... Oh, he's now in a starboard position. Oh, maybe he will be able to just, if he gives a penalty.
Ooh, it's getting closer and closer.
Really,
Cannons
really
up.
nice.
Penalty. No,
penalty.
Hits the volley, and the ball is out again. So close. That could have changed everything. Last second to do it. But it looks like Kadu survives this attack.
Will there be a jibe? Yes,
Oy,
and a penalty.
penalty. And why did the penalty come into to Havansi and not to Kadu?
Because it's starboard attack. So rule number 10.
Rule number 10. You all know rule number 10, all of you out there. There are non-sailors and gamers. So it's something with leeward and windward wind, but we will explain that later. With this result we have here, we had another point going to the Technical University of Istanbul, 2-0. And remember, guys and girls and skippers around the world, this is a BO5, best of 5, meaning first team getting 3 points are winning. So 3 match points coming the way to Istanbul Technical University. And we are back again. It is 2-0 for the Technical University of Istanbul. And what do sailing needs to change in their game to come back in it?
They have to have a better start. They have to have a better coordination within the team, and everybody has to know what to do in different situations. So I think these are the key points. I think Istanbul Technical University did really good job in the past 2 races, and they really were able to come back even though they had a bad race. I think also Mustafa is really talented, and he's part of our national team as well. So he knows all the tricks and what to do in what situation. So he's a really talented young guy. So I think he's just carrying his team, I can say.
So part of the national team. And let me guess one thing, Mr. Khan Mansluka, you might be the captain of that team, or am I wrong at the moment?
Yeah, at the moment, I am, but yeah, it's not like we are just giving the decisions together.
I will just say to all the skippers out there playing today, if you want to be on a national team in e-sport and e-sailing, then you need to impress this guy below me. He's watching you, he's commentating you, and he's seeing if you can actually perform under pressure. Let's get ready to action. 2-0 for Istanbul Technical University against Susail. So, race number 3 of 5, or is it last race? 3 match points coming to ETU, and a lot of fans riding up there. We have Eran, he's riding, and I know he's one of the guys playing in the Turkish community. He's cheering on them, and now ready for the start. Not the best start for Susail. What to do, Havuk?
Well, they're not in a really good position. They are a little bit late to the start, and we saw that actually Susail was like waiting just near the line, but Istanbul Technical University guys were waiting behind them. They came fast, and one of them penalized the guys waiting at the starting line, which was really tactical. And I think we have an equal start right now. Some of them had a good, some of them had a bad start. It's pretty even, pretty on the table.
Yeah, and also quite interesting tactic they are putting into race number 3. They're spreading out. Bakay at the left-hand side, at the left lay line. Kafi in the middle, and Halvansi ready to cross in front of the others from starboard. But Kasiyaka is a little bit in control here. He's not under pressure by none of them. He can actually pressure back. But Kadu and also Kalita, they're actually a little bit outside of the race, so it's everything up to Kasiyaka. What will he do when we're coming close to it? Let's see. 6.0, 5.9, 5.8. He's sailing a little bit faster, but they're all using best VMG, minus 43 to 40. Oh, Kafi's not using best VMG at the moment. Interesting call. Let's see what happens. First pressure coming in.
Yeah, Jarfi is just racing against Karşıyaka. He's just like controlling him, and he knows that he has to control Karşıyaka because he is just actually carrying the team as far as we can see. And right now
it's a close one. Like, oh, he just managed to go in front of him. Last second move, but it's the battle for the ley line now. Kasiyaka is on the right side of the ley line. Kafi needs to tag up and go in front of him fast away, or will he go all the way to the mark before doing that maneuvering?
Too friendly tag, actually. He could have bared the way to penalize, but yeah, as we say, people are friendly in Turkish community.
They are very friendly at the moment. Oh, he almost know what's happening here. Halvansi and Bakay almost pressing each other to slow down. No! Penalty to Bakay. Unforced. He could have the control of Kalita there.
Yeah. He could have, but he decided to tag, and he got a penalty from rule number 13, as far as I can recall. Penalty while tagging. Unfortunate for him. He's in the last position, but we can see that Susail has first and third places right now. So if Berkay can just protect his teammates,
but
Susail has a chance to win.
But it looks a little bit hard. Kalita spreading away from Kadu. Kadu going into the battle against Havansi, and then Kasiyaka needs to do something. Right now, Kafi, like in race number 1, is in the lead, and he just needs to sail for that victory this time instead of slowing up as he did last time, and then cross the fingers that his teammates can keep performing, because that third place for Halvansi, if he keeps that, then they are winning.
Yeah, I think this race is very, very similar to the first race we watched. And let's see if Sabancı University learned from their mistake in the first race.
Let's see if they are learning and evolving during this race. A lot of pressure coming in, and guys and girls and skippers around the world. Yes, it is a computer game. Yes, it is an e-sport. But I know, because I know Kanmans, Luka, Havuk and all the rest of the team from Turkey, they are sweating, their heart is pumping, the pulse is high, and they really want to win. So a small mistake, they will shout and also be a little bit angry on each other. I can remember Dog Bars, or Dog Arps as we call him. We call him Docky sometime in the community. A penalty made in a final against him. He was sitting, going amok, shouting. Sweat was coming out and he couldn't understand why. But this is an e-sport. There we have it.
In the eSail GP Grand Final, he had a false penalty. So, yeah, he was right about the rage, I think.
No, it was not a false penalty. Stop. We all knew that penalty will come there. So it's not a false when we know it's coming. So there we go. There we go. Kafi in the lead. Helvanci in third. Kadu in fourth. And this is actually very good. But Kasiyaka sneaks in second. What will he do? He's coming from port side where Helvanci will come from starboard. So that can change everything. That can actually giving good points for Susail in this case.
Yeah, probably Karşıyaka will wait in the mark, or he will just continue and try to take first place, believing that his teammates will be in fourth or fifth place at least. But I think probably Karşıyaka will wait and try to penalize a couple of Sabancı University guys.
But
That's
let's
what I'm
see.
believing.
Kafi, does he
Probably
make
he'll
a
go
win?
for mark trap.
Yeah, no mark trap coming up. Kasiyaka trying to inflict a small penalty, just nice and slow. Let's follow this battle. It's all about being on the inside. He's on the inside. He can actually attack Helvanci. He can make that penalty. He can pressure him. He can slow him down while we're seeing this from the front. There his teammate can do coming in. Oi! Side switching, that's what's very important move. Helvanci on the inside. Sneaks away. Oh, hit the mark! Unforced penalty!
Oh.
No, it can't be true. Now we have a battle for that victory.
Well, it was a nice sneak away by Helvacı, but he did an unforced error. Unfortunately, right now Karşıyaka managed to just take one of his teammates to the second position, can do, and if he also penalized Helvacı again, and probably they will be in a much better position, believing that Kalita is going to finish in the fifth position as well.
We are watching this battle right now. Kafi just needs to take the victory and cross the fingers. Kadu, he needs to sail for second. But this is the battle we all are hoping for. This is the battle we are watching. Let's see it from the top. Let's zoom in. There we have them. They are battled for that victory. Oh, first penalty coming into Helvanci. But it's not over yet.
Yeah, that we were expecting actually. We were expecting, but Kalita has to do something as well. So Karşıyaka is trying to stall Helvacı and Berkay, and
oh,
exactly like
second
this.
penalty, 2 in a row. Can he make a triple?
Maybe Kalita will be in the fifth position, and then they will win the race.
It's up to Kalita. He needs to penalize somebody. He needs to put out the missiles. He needs to do something. He's too far away. This is going to be point for Susail. And there we go. 1-2 in the overall score. Great finish, great battle, but it's changing the score to 1-2 in this case. Great stuff. And a lot of disconnections. They're really getting big points on blue team at the moment, but enough is enough. Great battle there. Wow. It's getting more and more exciting, more and more tense. And it looks like Susail actually learned something from race number 1 in this case.
Yeah, they managed to just extend their lead and extend the races to the fourth race. And yeah, it's going to be tough. I think it's really nice. And they really come back. Actually, Istanbul Technical University was also coming back at the last downwind. Karşıyaka managed to stall Sabancı University team members, and at the last second, we couldn't see Kalita finishing in the 5th place. If he finished in the 5th place, then it was a call for Istanbul Technical University. But yeah, well done to Sabancı University.
Yeah, and the reason why we love these team races is it's not over before the last boat is crossing the finish line. And Havuk, now when we're speaking team races, are we soon going to see Turkey participate in the Nations League or the Nations Cup as World Sailing is organizing? Or are we going to wait one more year?
No, I think we're going to be attending the Nations Cup this year. As Turkish Sailing Federation, we are in touch with World Sailing as well. And as far as I know, we are in the agreement process. And if we agree on it, then we will have a Nations Cup. We will have a national championship, and we will attend as a team to the Nations Cup as well. Hopefully that will happen.
That I'm really looking forward to, because then France, Great Britain, Spain will meet a team that actually knows also how to do team racing. But one thing, you need to learn your teammates not to be so polite when they're coming into that tournament. But it's also quite another format. But here today, the format is 3 versus 3. It's a J boat, it's BO5. This is semi-final number 1. And we're going into race number 4 out of 5 possible. And there is match point right now for Istanbul Technical University.
It's a match point again. So there's a big pressure on Susail, but they've got nothing to lose. So I think they still have a chance if they win 2 in a row. But for Istanbul Technical University, they have a bit of margin as well, so they have a room for error. And let's see if they're going to make an error or they just prefer to finish in this stage.
I know what I prefer. I might prefer just to win it when I can win it. We also saw Team France in the Nations Cup versus Japan, where the Japanese team surprised us big time and took a great win over France. But today we are in Turkey, race number 4 out of 5 possible, coming in 1-2. It's 2-1 to the Istanbul Technical University. And here we have the boats, the small battles in the battle before the start. They are penalizing each other. It doesn't help that much, but how does it feel to get penalized before the start, Havuk?
Yeah, it's just to show who is the boss, you know.
So who has the biggest boat is what we are showing tonight. So, so there we go. But about the start, how to get a good start. Right now we can see the wind pressure is coming from the left-hand side, so it's all about being as close as possible to the committee boat. Isn't that right?
Well, right now there's a big advantage at the pin end, to be frank, because the wind is coming from the left and there's a bit of the mark is a little bit high to the upwind. So there is a really good start from Sabancı University this race on the pin end. And they both tag at the same time. See if they can manage to protect their position.
Yeah, and Kalita tried to attack, tried to make a counter pressure on that start for Sabancı University, but then he hit the mark, the pin end mark, got a penalty and an 11-second slowdown. So now it's all up to Kadu, and can he really make some pressure on Sabancı University? Kafi is covering him at the moment.
Yeah, Jarfi is in a really good position, but unfortunately Helvacı had to tag and just go to the left side, and he lost a lot of distance there because he was also in the bad wind, in the wind shadow of his teammate. If there's a wind shift coming from the right, you will see Istanbul Technical University having a very, very good position. at the top gate, top mark.
Yeah, but right now we can see the wind is still coming from left, but a wind shift coming in. But right now, Technical University of Istanbul, not Turkey, but of Istanbul are sailing into lighter wind. They're under pressure. Here we have the first cross. Is Kasiaka crossing into Kafi. Kafi covering up straight away. Kadu going a little bit further out. The wind shift is coming. See, the ley line is moving in favor of the Technical University of Istanbul at the moment. So Kafi is the only one in the lead. So they're taking the pressure towards Susail.
Yeah, right now we can see that Sabancı University is leading the race, but both are really, really close to each other. Everything can change at any moment.
Are we going to see a wind block now? Are they going to do the famous wind block? They are. They are covering them up. One penalty, and Spake has to do a huge circle, but he's under pressure. This limit putting Kalita coming up in top three. So 3 blue boats making a wind wall, a wind block, a penalty block for Sabancı University. Great move by them.
Yeah, it was a really good coordination, I think. And they had nothing to do but to take the penalty.
And now we can see Kasiaka only have one purpose. He is the orca now, hunting the penguins and eating them up. 2 penguins eaten in one move, putting them in behind. It's a great move by Kasiaka in this case.
Yeah, he's really talented and he's really good team racer. And he's just protecting his teammates right now. So he's in control of everything.
And now we have the case where a first place for Kafi means nothing because his 2 teammates are in 5th and 6th. Can they come back? Can Kafi turn around the boat? Can he make a wind block? Can he take the pressure towards the Technical University of Istanbul? Or will this be the last race in semi-final 1?
Well, Thomas, I think I have to say this is a very tough decision for Jarfi because he has 2 choices. He either has to just wait for his teammates or go fast. So if he waits, then he will lose the first place probably, but then they have to take 2nd, 3rd, and 5th places. Otherwise, if he wins the race in the first place, then his teammates have to do something and finish in the 4th and 5th places. And this is a really tricky call. And knowing that Karşıyaka is a really talented guy at the 4th place, protecting his place, I think it is a really tough decision for Jarfi.
So, what will you do? You're sitting out there watching this race. Are we going to advise Kafi to slow down and take the battle into Kalita and Kadu? Or are we advising him to race away, trust his teammates to win it? There we can see it, Manning in the piss against Kafi. Who is taking the longest lead here? Will it be the Technical University of Istanbul or will it be Sabancı University? Who will win this race? This is the battle. This is in between these two. We're going to see who is winning.
Yeah, it's a really close one. But I have to say Istanbul Technical University has a big advantage there.
Oof. They are slowing down. Kalita doing the best he can to slow down Kafi. Kafi going into the battle. Actually, he's going into a trap because see in front of him, Kadu and Kasiaka coming from port side. And he's not even focused on their coming with speed. He's losing the lead. He's losing the game. He's losing the race. He really wants to battle. And now he's losing his first place. Oh, shit.
Yeah, Sometimes we are very focused on one-on-one races that we just forget about the team. That was such a move, but anyways, he had nothing to do there. So it's going to be a very close one. Yeah, he got a penalty. There was nothing to do.
Penalty. He got pressured into the mark. The Technical University of Istanbul taking 1st and 2nd now. Pressuring Sabancı University to 3rd, 5th, and 6th. And now Kalita just need to make a lot of trouble, a lot of noise. And the troublemaker is here. Make sure that Baquet cannot come up, but here we have a huge battle. Still open race we have here. Who will take it? Who will win? Will we have of the first finalist, or will we go into race number 5?
It is really close, Thomas. I cannot call it yet. Anything can happen right now.
Let's see it. We have to follow it first. Oi! Canoe just survived that one. Sabancı coming up. Penalty to Canoe. Canoe with a penalty. Sabancı University moves into the lead just before the finish line. Now it's up to Kalita and Kasiaka. But it's only 11 seconds slowdown. There's no wind downwind. Who will take it? This is the battle. This is the battle for the grand final or race number 5. And they're doing everything to win it.
Yeah, we can see that Jarfi is stalling Karşıyaka, and he is just, I think, believing that his teammates are going to be in first 3 places, first and third places. So I think they're also in a really good position. Sabancı University is in a really good position. And Jarfi, I have to say,
Oi, penalty! Kasiaka! We have a turnaround. This is going to be 2-2. We are going to have a race number 5 in the semi-final 1. And there is the confirmation. What a race by Sabancı University. What a comeback. This is what we like to see. This is team race at its highest. Congratulations. And we will get ready for race number 5 in a few seconds. Confirmation, first and second and fifth, giving 8 points. And then we have Kasiaka disconnecting before coming into the finish line. Wow, what a dream finish we're just having here. Now we have it. And I have to say, before we're going into the studio today, Khan, then you said to me, oi, I think we are going to see this and this team in the grand final. And then you threw the commentator's curse on them. Because right now we are going into race number 5. And one of the teams you're saying in the final, we might not see go all the way.
Close. Yeah, really close.
I would just say it's your fault. It's not because they're racing a beautiful race or it's very close or it's good teams. It's the commentator's curse coming in studio tonight.
Yeah, I learned it from you, Thomas. Thanks to you. So yeah, that was a really nice race, I think. And we in the second upwind, I thought it was over because Istanbulbilgiuniversity gave a penalty to Jarfi. They did a really good teamwork. And they were in the first 2 places, and then suddenly we saw a comeback in the last downwind, and all of a sudden, Jarfi did a really good job keeping Karşıyaka under his shadow, and he couldn't help his teammates, and then we saw a really good strategy by Sabancı University guys finishing in the first 2 places, and that gave them the victory. And here they have the 5th race.
And here we have the 5th race. While saying that, let's just go to our double studio so we can see them join the race while we're talking. It is 2-2. It is the semi-final number 1 tonight. The winner of the next race, race number 5 out of 5, will go into the grand final. Will it be Sabancı University or will it be the Technical University of Istanbul? We have our favorites. When we're starting tonight, Kaan Mansluka Havuk, the carrot of Turkey, the national coach, that's the guy sitting below me, said, hey, we have some really talented racers here. We have Kafi. He's maybe the biggest talent, upcoming talent coming in. He's from Sabancı University. Then we have Kasiaka from the Technical University of Istanbul. Those 2 are the captains. Those 2 are the controllers. Those 2 are the leaders. But who will go all the way to the grand final? So, it's now Havuk. Who do you want to throw the commentator's curse on? Or should we just ask all the viewers out there, who do you think will go to the grand final? Sabancı University or the Technical University of Istanbul?
I don't want to curse anyone, so I'm not going to tell anything. So, yeah, but I can say it was a really, really nice race until now. 2-2 is a really, really good team races we saw. Very good, nice, very nice comebacks we saw. So I think it's going to be a tight one again. And and in this race, I believe that the start will be decisive because if they position themselves in a really good starting position, and they have the advantage to control others, and they may have the advantage to win the race as well.
So you calling the start is the most important part of this race. I am calling those who are best of rounding, mark rounding 1, will win it. But let's see. Race number 5 coming in. It's now or never. Who will join us in the grand final after semi-final number 1? There we have it. Team Blue, that's the Technical University of Istanbul. They were in the lead all the way. And then they threw all 3 match points, or actually 2 of them, into the water, going in deep water. Because here Team Yellow, Sabancı University with Bakay, Kafi, Helvansi, they came back in the race. And right now they're waiting to get a good start. And in the last race we talked about win, we talked about pin end and committee boat. And again we can see here in 2D mode that the pin end has a small favorite side. And we can see that because it's higher up than the committee boat.
Last 10 seconds, let's see how it's going to go. We are seeing that Karşıyaka is coming from behind, probably trying to penalize someone.
Can do, cannot do. You cannot sail through a committee boat. That will give you a penalty in this case. So there we go. Helvansi in the opposite side.
Yeah, I have to say Sabancı had a little bit better start in this race. And Jarfi again did a really good job at the pin end. And Karşıyaka is just going to the right-hand side. And yeah, I think 2 of the best members of the team, they are just competing each other. They are one-on-one in this team race.
Yeah, and see those beautiful boats side by side battling each other. Kafi, he's going so close to Karşıyaka, so he can't tack without getting a penalty. So he's actually controlling him right now. But are they controlling each other too much and not focus on rest of the race? It's Kalita in the lead, Bakay following him, Helvansi, and then Can Do with a terrible start in this last race, race number 5 over 5.
Yeah, let's see. We see a left shift here, so I think Jarfi and Karşıyaka are not in a good position as we look at the fleet. But of course, this is a team race, and probably Jarfi is going to want Umut Efe or Karşıyaka to be in the last position, and maybe he will stall Karşıyaka and hope for his teammates to win the race.
They are pressing each other way outside of the ley line. They are sailing all the way to shore with this battle. But luckily for them, there's far distance to the shore. But see, Kafi going in front of Karşıyaka, so close. But we also have to keep an eye up here. It's battle of the battles. A penalty here will be costly. Kalita needs to pressure Helvansi. Helvansi on the inside. He has the favorite side at the moment.
Yeah. So right now, Sabancı University is leading the race. And they have the first and third position. And Jarfi is stalling Karşıyaka, as I told you just seconds ago. And let's see if he's going to be able to stall him even more. Or
great
maybe
move.
Karşıyaka will sneak under him.
Kalita took that lead, went to the inside, and now Kafi is in trouble. He's on the outside. No, he's going inside. Can Do is opening up the race again. Not covering, not closing that gap. Hitting Kafi in 4th instead of 5th position. What a race by Sabancı University.
Yeah, they are really racing nice, but I think it's still on the table because the boats are really close to each other and they can just use their wind shadows to just slow each other out. But I have to say there is a boat at the right hand side. He's in a lower wind, I think. He's going slow. But
6.7, 8.0. You have eyes like a hawk. A sea lion can see that wind shift there. Great move. 6.7. He's losing everything over there.
well, yeah, but he avoided some race against the other team. Maybe he preferred that, but he lost some distance because of the wind actually. But let's see how it's going to go in the downwind gate.
An interesting call. It looks like it's a little bit favored on the left-hand side on us. And Kalita going to the right-hand side and might lose a little bit momentum to Helvanzi, but he's followed by Bakay. And then Kafi, he will get a penalty.
Oh.
Kasiaka make the revenge. Coming in with the ramp, hitting him, sinking the boat to the position 6 in this race. So now he really needs to battling his way up again.
Yeah, I think right now Istanbul Technical University has a good advantage, and thinking that Karşıyaka managed to pull the trigger on Jarfi, then he can just work with his teammates again, and maybe he will just try to promote his teammates in a better position.
Oh, another battle. Kalita versus Helvanzi. So close, it was going bad for Sabancı University, but he survived that move. Right now, Kafi is covered by Kadu, so we need to keep an eye on Bakay. He's a very important piece in this. He needs to keep that fourth position, but is he too far away when he crosses in? Will Technical University of Istanbul take over that second and third position?
Well, if you look at the map, we see that there's a really nice right shift coming in, and Berkay probably will be in the first place, and also Helvacı is in a favorable place looking at the other team. So I believe that we will see two guys in the top 3 from Sabancı University at the top wind gate, the top wind mark.
Sabancı University, reading the wind, reading the radar, reading the tactics, doing the strategy. They are in first, they are in third, and it looks like it's first and second. What a upwind leg by them, but can they defend the downwind? It's now we need the pressure. Kalita coming in, taking that penalty. He knows he had to take it just to be close enough to the enemies, the frenemies, no, the yellow team of Sabancı University.
Yeah, right now Sabancı University has the first 2 places. We see a separation. Practically, yes, in team racing, it is really good to do a separation. But in the meanwhile, we see that there is a good wind on the right-hand side, and there isn't any wind in the left-hand side. Berkay isn't in a good wind. However, we see, very close call. Yeah, Istanbul Technical University is closing in the leaders.
It's not over yet. 1 point in between the teams. 1 penalty to Helvanzi, or Bakay will change everything. So can Do go in and do it, or can Kalita, or will it be Kasiaka? Kasiaka has one thing he needs to do, keep that battle with Kafi there. So it's Kalita. We are watching Kalita. Can he penalize Helvanzi? Coming in. No chances there. In that case, I might have continued my path and attacked Kalita. But
close one, really close one.
It's now the battle coming in. Wind shadow, 1 knots of speed difference. Kalita, can he tack into Helvanzi? He needs to time it well. It's too early. Oi! This is now or never. They need to do something. Torpedoes, missiles, everything. They need to take him out. It is going to be Sabancı University. No penalty coming in on the finish line. It's going to be a victory for Sabancı University in this case. Winning it on the finish line. What
Wow.
a race.
What a comeback from Sabancı University. Oh.
Great race, great race. So I have to say to you guys, if you can do the math, who did get the commentator's curse by Havuk before starting up? No, whoa, what a race we just had there. Great stuff. Congratulations to Sabancı University winning semi-final number 1 against Istanbul Technical University. And we will be back in studio after a small commercial break. Fantastic finish of semi-final number 1 tonight. And while saying that, then I just got a small crash course in Turkish. And right now Havuk is still laughing at me. But that's how it is. But who are we going to see next in the next semi-final number 2 coming up?
Yeah, right now we are going to watch Bogaziciuniversity versus İstanbulbilgiuniversity.
And last time I saw an event, then it was a university event. It was Istanbul Bilgi University organizing that. And,
Yes, exactly.
and you were the proud winner of that event.
Yeah, I was. So yeah, last time Bilgi University did a Bilgi Cup, and it was a really nice fleet racing. It was in a fleet racing format. It was a long and nice race, actually, very, very high quality. And I think it took like 3 or 4 days. And at the end of the day, yeah, I managed to finish in the first place, but it was really hard. And Karşıyaka Onur Mandalinci was also in a good place as well. Karşıyaka Umut Efe Alpkoçak and Doğa Arıbaş, Dogarbs. He was also in a really good place as well.
Super. And with that said, let's have a small introduction of the universities we're going to see now. Maybe the national coach himself knows a player or two. And there we have them getting ready to race number 1 in semi-final 2. We have a BOUN and we have Bilgi. So so that's the teams. We can't see the colors, but one of them will be yellow, one of them will be blue. So who do we have, and which players we really want to see? Who are the future talents in Turkey?
Well, in Bilgi University, we have Onur Mandalinci in the code name of Just Watch. So if you
This
see
guy
Just
with the
Watch,
wasp, there he is.
yeah, exactly. So I think he's going to be leading his team. And in the other team, Bone or Bogaziciuniversity, we have a very young talent called Derin Deniz. I think you know him.
Derin Deniz, he actually ended 5th in the last one in the fleet race, as I remember, organized by his own university. So
I'm not
by
sure,
Bilgi.
but
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but he's in a good position usually. He's a young talent, I can say.
And when we are saying young, is that younger than 14 or are we older than 13?
Oh, this is amongst universities, so you can say in the university ages.
Let's go in game. Let's get ready for race number 1. And to all you new viewers out there coming in and cheering on your own university, get ready for some action. The format is quite simple. It's a best out of 5 race. It's semi-final 1. They're racing this beautiful boat, the J17. They're 3 versus 3, meaning that They're giving points of the positions they're getting into. There's 21 points in total in this race. If you have 10 points or less, then you will win a race. Was that a fast presentation, huh, Havuk?
Yeah, it was nice.
And let's get ready for race number 1. There's no favorite sides, a small favorite at the pin end, but nothing to write home for. Oi, what did he do though there?
Oh,
Penalty to Mert, but also I haven't seen a 360 on a starting line before, but he didn't have to do a false start.
I think he did a false start and just come back from the other side of the mark. And we see a really, really nice start from Bilgi. And they're controlling the race right now. They're in the first 3 places.
They are in control, but is it cruise control? Is it auto control? We never know, but it's semi-final 1. Remember, it's the best out of 5. So we can't go into 5 races. That's the last one, and that can take all up to 1 hour of pure action. But let's see what's going on, how this will unfold, and what to do when you have such a terrible start. What can we do to come back in the race?
Well, if I have a bad start, I would just concentrate on the wind and think it like a fleet race and try to catch up the fleet, and then just look forward for anything that I can help with to my teammates.
So everything I can add to my teammates. There we have it. We are still in a battle, and this battle here it's not unfolding. We have a Just Watch stinging like a bee. Then we have Kerem.
Yeah, we can say just Kerem. Yeah.
Kerem is in there, but they are covering up Utku, who had this bad 360 start, but he's in front of the rest of his team according to the server, and it's only 20 meters from the leaders to the last position. So it's all open yet, because downwind these boats have a wind shear of 30 meters and they are speeding up quite fast.
Yeah, Utku managed to climb a little bit from the right hand side because of the right wind shift, but I think in overall they are not going to be in the first 3 places, but they are close, which means they still have some chance in the downwind. So all they have to do is just stay close to Bilgi University team and just try to do something in the downwind. But of course, Onur Mandalinci is a very talented team racer in the code name of Just Watch, and probably he will do a mark trap to help his teammates.
And a penalty to one of the others. So he's already starting making trouble. That was not a mark track, but that was a direct attack on Derin Deniz.
Yeah, we will see a mark trap right now, because he will just let his teammates fly away to the first 2 places. Yeah, we can see he's giving the penalties
that's
to
very
everyone.
talented. First he's breaking up and having the starboard and make Utku sailing into him, and then he takes the inside to attack Derin Deniz with his second penalty just before the top mark. And let's say it, this time you're allowed to call it. I think it's game over, but still, another mark trap coming in. He's just making trouble. Only a disconnection, bad internet in Turkey can make them come back in this race.
Well, I have to say, if one of the University guys are disconnected, then it's not enough. They have to be disconnected. 2 of them has to be disconnected at least. So it's going to be a very, very tough one for Boğaziçi University to win this race. We saw a textbook team racing from Onur Mandalinci with Just Watch code name. He did a really nice direct attack, and at the top mark he did a really good mark trap, managing his teammates to just fly away in the first 2 places. So this is a job done right now, I think.
This is a job done right now. Job well done They're doing a great job. They're doing a great race. And while saying that, I can say to you that I'm not as lucky as Mr. Kahneman's Luca himself. He has his beautiful. Was it your girlfriend or was it your service helper coming in with water to you from the side so you can continue talking? No, it's fantastic here. But see here, they have a small battle against Udomalinsi. One boat got in front, Utku, but still, 16 meters.
Oh,
He needs to do something. And also the other
Yeah.
ones going opposite side, taking the long route. So, whoosh.
yeah. Utku has to somehow manage to just race with Kerem and just get him to the last place somehow. Otherwise, it's not going to be possible for Boğaziçi to win. And in the meanwhile, we see that Onur Mandalinci in the 4th position, and he's covering 5th and 6th people from Boğaziçi University. He's keeping a close eye on them, so he will just stall them as much as he can, because it doesn't matter if Utku manages to finish in the 2nd place, since Lalaine and Utku are going to be, or Kerem are going to be in the top 3. Bilgi University will win the race.
And Bilgi might win this race, but let's see what happens. This is what we love. This is the game. But see here, the young talent there in Denise going opposite side, going towards the ley line. A little bit early he tacks in, but the wind was shifting. Now he's a lighter wind, sailing against the wind. And how much does this mean that you're sailing against the wind? We call it sometimes here in the commentator box, sailing against the wind, because you can see the windsocks are going against the boat.
Yeah, exactly. So you cannot go against the wind, and you have to just have like 40-degree angle to the wind. And from the wind shift, you can read from the corner. There's a map, and accordingly you just position yourself and just do the best strategy. And we see right now Onur Mandalinci is just stalling 5th and 6th guys, so that they will win easily this race.
Yeah, but let's see this battle. See, slowing a little bit down. Let's just following it from this side. See, he's luffing the sails, slowing a little bit down, hoping that that Mert is sailing into him. See, doing it again. Mert just about 360.
No.
That's a very, I have to say, unroutine scene. And going up the wind, going slow, going backwards, turning it. We are just having a high commentary on a small mistake, but a small mistake, see, costed 26 meters, 52 meters actually in one move.
He could have taken the penalty. That was much simpler, I think.
Yeah, and then it will also get a little bit closer, and now there's a friendly fire. So if you can't attack one of the others, then attack your teammate and just experience how it is to do a penalty on somebody else. I have to say, this one I'm also calling. It's a 1-0 for Bilgi University.
Exactly. So that was an early finish, thanks to the good start from Bilgi University, and then at the top mark, in the first top mark, Onur Mandalinci did a really nice mark trap, managing his teammates to just fly away, and then it's an easy win for Bilgi University. Congratulations to them.
Yeah, but again, now you said they did a good start. I more think it was a terrible start from Born. So
Exactly.
I have to learn.
They were late.
Yeah, it's I have to learn to say it tonight. Bogaziciuniversity or
Bogaziciuniversity.
Bogaziciuniversity. I just need to slow a little bit down.
Wow.
Thank you, Havuk. So sometimes team race can look so simple and look like, hey, these guys are so good and blah blah blah. But that start, that focus, that concentration is so damn important in the start. And in this case, we can see, I think one of the e-sailers from from Bonn University are having a little bit hard time. We've seen him do 360s like in real sailing, and that's very costly in e-sailing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is costly, but I think in the top mark he just tried to avoid getting a penalty, so he had to just do a 360 because otherwise he is going to hit the mark. So he tried that, but I think in e-sailing it's easier to get the penalty and just keep on going in your direction. It's less costly. So if I were him, I will just simply take the penalty.
Yeah, taking a penalty is 11 seconds slowed down. What we saw him, he did a 360 and then he went upwind, losing all momentum, starting going backwards while he was turning the boat. And that both slowed him down and took 8 seconds, and then it took 5 seconds to speed up. So it actually ended costing more. While saying that, race number 2, getting ready. And there we go, race number 2 on the screen. And now when we're talking about talents, you talked about Derin Denise. He was one of them. And also Udo Malinsi is one of the talents. What do we know about the other sailors?
They are members of the team that I'm not very familiar with, but we can say that they all know how to sail, and they managed to qualify to the semi-final. That's a really good job. And of course, teamwork is the key here. So let's see how they're going to race.
Let's see how it goes to race. They're battling to go into the grand final, and there they're going to meet the big surprise for Sabancı University, beating up the Technical University of Istanbul. Let's go in, Cayman, and have some action. And now welcome back on eSailing TV. Welcome back to this fantastic team race university battle. It is the semi-finals. It's the best out of 5. We're going into race number 2. We already had first race, and that was going to Bilgi University of Istanbul. So let's get ready to action. Let's get ready for it. And Khan, there's no favorite sides in this start. It's all straight out.
Yeah, it's all about not getting a penalty, just being on time at the starting line. So yeah, we will see. Just 10 seconds left. Oh, nice penalty.
It's a double penalty to Team Yellow for Bonn.
Oh.
And a slow start. Yeah, it's a repeat of last race. But this time they have Mert in the lead and he's sneaking away. So let's see if he can do anything about it. But see there, just watch Udo Malinsi and Kerem are here on the right hand side. And when they cross to the opposite side, to the ley line, that's the dotted line we see out there, then they will be in control.
Yeah, Thomas, in the last race, we talked about the commentator's curse. And look who is in the last place, the young talent, Derin Deniz.
But in this case, you didn't say he won. So tonight, it's not the commentator's curse. I actually think, and this is one thing I really want to ask you. You have been at all 3 World Championships as the only one. And all the time, you and I have been speaking together. Year number 1, you've thought, hey, Thomas, he's a nice guy. He speaks about me. I'm the favorite and everything. And then you got nerves on the stage. Year number 2 in Bermuda, you said, hey, Thomas, you're not allowed to talk about me before the race because I really want to win. So how is it to play in this level? Are you having nerves? Are you having a high pulse? And is it like being on water?
Well, it's definitely like being on water because you're feeling the tension of racing in the start line and during the races. And you in this level, in this championship, you can often see your sweat, feel your sweat and your hands shaking. But of course, I can say in my first championship, in the World Championship, I didn't have much pressure because I was like an underdog, and I wasn't actually aware of the how serious is that this. Oh, and a penalty to Mert.
Just continue. We caught it on camera. He did a downwind penalty. So you were the underdog at the first World Championship.
Yeah, I was the underdog, so I didn't have any pressure.
Oi!
But
Misfire. Misfire. Luckily for him.
Yeah, he got a penalty for Rule 16. He was bearing away too much, so Derin Deniz managed to give a penalty to Onur Mandalinci there. So yeah, I was just saying that I was an underdog, so I didn't feel a pressure in the first race. But as I advanced to my second and third World Championship, I felt the pressure, and because I was leading at these times, and you know, at that high level, everyone is really good. So it's really hard to win a race, I can say.
And while saying that, see here, Mert coming in after a very bad start, good start for him, coming in front of the whole fleet.
Oh.
And then we have the Indonesians battling against Uda Malinci. Those two, they really love each other. If those boats were in love, they were touching each other all the time because they are really into a battle. Another battle.
Oh.
The Indonesians on the inside. He's taking the pressure the other way. Uda Malinci, he has to slow down. No, it's too slow. Oi, side by side. This is a battle of the battles we have now. They are hunting them down now.
Yeah, the young talent against Onur Mandalinci. Yeah, he did a really good job. We saw him penalizing Onur in the first upwind, and right now he penalized him again in the downwind. So right now, Bogaziciuniversity University are leading the race. Let's see if they can protect their lead.
Yeah, let's see if they can protect it. Here we have one battle, but we also have two battles behind. They are really following each other. Oh, we have a split. Who's that over there? That's Lalane. We haven't spoken much about him. He's all by himself, and they all focus on Uda Malinci in this case. Penalty the opposite way. Now it's 2-2 already in the penalties, and it's only the first downwind leg.
Yeah, the revenge is taken, I suppose, right?
And another penalty in the mark rounding also. We didn't see that. Kamem, he actually hit the mark. Unforced penalty there, giving the advantage to Mert, sneaking away. Interesting call. They took the long route. So, the Indonesian, if he takes care of Uda Malinci, then it might be a point to Boganci University coming in.
Yeah, let's see. Boğaziçi University has an advantage here, even though they had a very, very bad start. After some small mistakes from Bilgi University, they managed to climb, and right now, as we see from the server, they have first and third places. They have to just hold on to their places.
Oh, another penalty. Kamer losing that one to Utku. And Utku, he had a very bad first race, but this second race, he really goes into the battle. A great race by him.
Yeah, Utku, that was a really close call. If he didn't manage to finish his tag, he would have taken the penalty, but he managed to finish his tag before and just gave the other guy a penalty from rule number 11. From leeward, windward.
I really love when I have an expert on the team. He's throwing all the rules around him. Rule number 10, rule number 11, rule number 13, rule number 18, 18.1, 18.2, and so beyond. And we haven't got a rule 15, and we only have one rule 16 tonight. So I'm looking forward to a rule 50 when that's coming in. So if you're playing bingo out there with the rules, a rules bingo, then it's now you need to full on your plates. Which number is coming next? I know, it's so great. You know all the rules, you know all the games, so let's have some fun with it. But right now it actually looks very good for Born.
Yeah, Born looks in a good position right now. There's two places, and they have to just go fast, and they have to finish in the first and third places worse. And Derin Deniz somehow has to protect his guys and just he has to use his wind shadow in the downwind to protect his guys. But I think Boğaziçi University is going to win this race. They're so close to winning because they have a quite of a good gap right now.
And let's see what we can see here. We know the wind shadow of the J17 is 30 meters big. And right now we see one of the boats crossing in front. He's just outside of Gutku, just outside of the wind shadow. Means he can sneak away if he keeps himself inside the wind pressure. So right now they are in first and second, but can they keep it all the way down to the finish line? But it looks good. First and third is also a good result, no matter what Denise is doing.
Yeah, exactly. Such a nice comeback from Bogaziciuniversity, I can say. Mert did a really good start as far as I can recall, but the other two guys were in the last place, and slowly they managed to climb, and here they are in the first two places, winning this leg.
And that's putting the result to 1-1 in this race, in race number 2, in semi-final 2. And this is also good to be a close one. And this time they actually had a bad start, but still winning, Havuk. That is a great race and great stuff by them. Congratulations, 1-1. Next race, race number 3, coming up in a few minutes. And race number 3 coming up. It's 1-1. And we just talked about here in the commercial break, oh, it looked like we were going to have 3 races with bad starts, giving the victory to one of the teams. But that was not the case. Even a bad start made them coming back in the race. Impressive racing by them.
Yeah, that was really good. And we saw really come back from Derin Deniz in the first upwind, and he managed to penalize Onur Mandelinci with the just watch code name, and that changed everything. I think suddenly they found themselves in the first 2 place and winning the race. That was great.
Fantastic, fantastic. Let's go in game. Let's enjoy race number 3. Let's see who will get the first match point of tonight. And we have a lot of new viewers out there. We can see the numbers are rising once again. Welcome to this fantastic semi-final 2. It's a BO5. It's the J boat they're racing. It's a medium upwind. And right now we're getting ready for race number 3. And small penalty, but it doesn't mean anything. 11 seconds before start. It doesn't have any infliction on them. But Udumelinci, oh, this one has an inflict. So Udumelinci, just watch. He stings like a bee and reacts like a bee. Push.
Oh, false start from Derin Deniz. He was really good actually. He just started like he was really fast, but he was a bit early. I think.
A bit early. We had to say this young talent took the chance, but he was 0.5 seconds too early. Got a false start and a penalty, did a 360. Now back in the race, he's actually in 4th position because we have one guy over here. Lele, we haven't spoke much about him. He's under pressure. Utku pressuring him down in the positions.
Yeah, they're going to right hand side, but Utku and Lalaine, I think they're going to be in the last places because there is a huge shift coming from the right-hand side, and Derin Deniz will catch up the fleet this way. He already did, actually. I think it's still on the table, but I can say Bilgi has a very, very advantage. We see that they have the first two places yet again. And if they just keep their position like this, they will win the race.
So it's all about if Karim, he can hold this one up here. He has been a little bit dark horse tonight, a mysterious horse, doing some great races, but still it feels like he's a little bit unroutine. He's actually a little bit, there where he can lose everything or win everything, just on the bound for that. But right now he's controlling Mert, who won the last race.
Yeah, it's a close one.
It is a close one in this case. Karim coming in here in second, Just Watch in first, and Derin Deniz, I think he actually will go up in second position coming from here. Interesting. Let's try to follow him coming in, because he's in a very good position and he's a starboard. So Karim is under trouble now. He will be caught in a burger, or if this was France, a baguette.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Derin Deniz is not able to finish. Go to the mark in the second place, as we have thought, because there's a shift to the left, and we see that Bilgi is covering them, and they have a huge advantage at the mark.
We also just saw Udamelinsi. Just Watch. He actually slowed down. He actually made a small downwind fake attack on Derin Deniz, so he actually managed to slow him a little bit down. Mark rounding coming in, and now for the rule bingo out there. This is rule number 18A, rule number 18B. There is in charts in the mark roundings, if it's all up to date. There we have it. Karim and Just Watch in the lead, and then Lele, he needs to make a lot of trouble here from behind.
Yeah, let's see. There's a nice wind to the right hand side, we can see right now, and two Bilgi University guys, Kerem and Onur, they are just sneaking away.
Yeah.
In the meanwhile, maybe Utku will catch up.
He is catching both of them actually. First catching Udamelinsi. That's the first one. See the speed difference, 2 knots. And now his teammate Mert coming down. Oh, almost friendly fire. What a speed, but he just managed to avoid to hit them. We are not going to have France versus Spain in SailDP. And now they're crossing each other again. Next time, Utku, follow you, Udamelinsi. Then you can actually win this race maybe. But he went away, took the pressure away from the leading boats.
Yeah, he did a tactical error. He had to just stick with Onur at the downwind, and such a bad move.
It looks like these two guys want to battle. What happened there? Derin Deniz, wrong side again. 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. This is the beauty of sailing. If you're missing a mark, and hits the mark. Somebody help the young talent. He's drowning. Put out the life suit. Do something. This might seal this race. He is way behind now. Way behind.
Yeah, I think he has an error, something with his internet connection. I have to believe like that.
As a national coach, watching the young talents, you're giving them some slack. It must be a glitch. It must be his internet connection, or the 3D net just suddenly turned off home at him. That might be it when he's rounding that mark 3 times. So, there we have it.
Yeah. So, do you say we can call the race?
No, there's only 30 meters in between third and second. So it's all up to Udamelinsi. Can he keep this pressure?
Yeah, even though Bilgi University, they are leading the race, everything can change in the downwind, especially because when you're going downwind, the people leading, they are usually under wind shadow. If Boğaziçi University stick with them, stay close with them, and they will use their wind shadow against them, and they will have a chance to win this race. But I have to say it's really hard.
It is really hard, but the first thing that can go wrong is friendly fire. Udomalinsi attacks Karim. No, they're not attacking. They're sailing with each other. See here, they're not even close to the mark or each other. And now we have another boat coming in, Utku. We need to see the difference. 50 meters from bow to bow. I think it's too late to do anything in this case. It's too late, and there the mark rounding coming in. And this is the beauty with the J-boat. It speeds up in the algorithm pretty fast, 3 seconds, and it hits maximum speed. And there we see they are out of reach.
Yeah, they're out of reach. As I told, unfortunately, Boğaziçi University couldn't stick with Bilgi University guys who were leading the race. So they cannot attack them, their wind shadow. So it looks like it's going to be an easy win for Bilgi University right now. And they're also using the good part of the course, because some part of the course there is wind, and the other part they don't have any wind, so they are using the wind as well. So I can say Kerem and Onur, they are just flawless right now.
Flawless is the last word from the national coach. Oh, not the national coach, the national captain of the e-sailing team, watching these young team race talents in Turkey. And will he maybe sign one of them into the national team if Turkey goes into Nations Cup? Right now we can see Bilgi University is going in and take a victory. It's going to be 2-1, and now they have the match point in the next race. So interesting who will go into the grand final. Great race, great stuff. While watching the last boat crossing the finish line, let's jump in to studio. Wow.
Yeah, that was a nice race. And Bilgi University team controlled the other team really well, I think. And early in the race, they managed to contain their first 2 places, and then they win the race.
But it's quite interesting to see what's happening here, because in the first semi-final we had one team dominating the 2 first races, and then suddenly the other team woke up and it was a very close fight, intense fight, almost same level. And then in this race we have a little bit of a mixed experience. First bad starts in the 2 first races, and here in the last race also a bad start doing the results.
Yeah.
So here we either have some teams taking really big chances at the start, or else one of the teams a very high level in the start. One of it.
It's all about coordination, Thomas. This is a team race, and everyone does individual mistakes, but at the end of the day, good coordination gives you the score.
Good coordination. So you think that the difference in between these 2 universities are how they are communicating together?
Exactly. It's really important to communicate while racing, because this way, first of all, you avoid friendly fire, and secondly, you just plan your strategy accordingly. And sometimes you warn your friend about what's going on in the wind map, and then you just climb like that. I think communication is the key in team racing.
And while saying that, let's go in game and see the players getting ready for race number 4. And there it is, race number 4 getting ready, and we are speaking about the wind. We can't see it yet. See, here we have top view. Sometimes you will see us go into 2D mode. Then we are watching the committee boat and the pin end. That's the mark. That's called the pin end mark. We are watching it how the wind is. And when there's 1 minute left, we can see this red zone in front of it. Penalty zones come. But then we can also see which side is favored. But here in this case, there's no favored side.
Exactly. It's all about timing, being at the right place at the right time. and avoiding getting penalties. So we have to take care of those, I think. These teams have to take care of those.
And while saying that, let's try to follow Untitled. Let's see what the bee does in this race. Stings like a bee and attacks the others. Let's go in game.
It's going to sting, I think, right?
Yeah, a bee stings if you get it angry or mad, or you sit on it. But friendly
Oh,
fire!
friendly fire.
Just before the start, opening up the race for the bee, another friendly fire. No,
Oh,
no,
no.
no! Totally destruction. Also, the Malinzi with a penalty. Penalty, penalty, penalty! What's happening in this crazy race?
Yeah, Onur Mandalinci actually tried to get the pin end, but he got a penalty from rule number 16. He just bared away too much. And then suddenly we see a lot of penalties flying away.
And this is actually a very mixed. This is almost like race number 2. Now it's all up to Utku. Can he be in that position where he can take the pressure to Istanbulbilgiuniversity? Or will this be game over? Will this end 3-1? Or will we go to race number 5? Interesting to see what they're doing upwind. But the bee, he's here, Untitled, getting ready to cross in and see across straight away. All of them tacks away. They are afraid. The bee is coming. They put in the back end to sting them, to fight them with his sword. So they are all now behind a blue boat.
Exactly. Right now, Onur Mandalinci just forced someone to tack the other side, and he did a really good job, I think. So right now, Mert is in the wind shadow and not in a good place. He lost quite of a lot distance as well. So Bilgi is actually leading the race right now.
Bilgi is leading the race. They are in control of the race. They look like a very hard opponent. They look like they are in control. They look like they know what they're doing. But we have seen it before. This is a team race, so everything can happen. The young talent is again in last position. So maybe he's a little bit under pressure. Maybe he needs a new phone. Maybe he needs a new internet connection. Or he just needs to go a little bit earlier to sleep. Something like that. He is the young talent in this game.
Maybe it's a strategy, Thomas. You'll never know.
No. We never know. There we go. Udo Malinzi in 4th. Lele, he's in the lead for the first time in this regatta. Karim coming in. He's side by side with Utkun. It's Utkun that can do the magic. And is he doing the magic? Going in front. It's a very close one. We need to follow these 3 boats. Udo Malinzi coming with more speed. Can he get in front of Utku? Oosh.
He has to do a mark trap or something like that, trying to penalize both of these guys. Utku has to penalize both of these guys so that his teammates can catch up.
But it's too late. He needs to go on the inside. It's Udo Malinzi moving the mark trap. Mark trap misfires.
Oh.
Denise with a penalty. Udo Malinzi. Those two, they really love each other in this game. I think Udo Malinzi is in the lead with 4-2 in penalties right now. But now mark trap, no mark trap. He sails away. Oosh.
It's a close call. I think in any ways, both are really close to each other. It's anybody's match again. They have to avoid just giving wind shadow to your own teammates, you know.
We have seen it before. We have seen teammates attacking each other. We have seen them having fun. But right now, Karim, he is the target by Denise and also Mert. And then Udo Malinzi, just sail away. We don't care about you. Have a good evening. Go away. Don't penalize us. Please go away. That's something like that they're saying to him at the moment.
As I see, communication is really important. And you see, I don't see any good communication between Bogaziciuniversity team, because they couldn't just share the other team members between each other, and then they just slowed their teammates, their own wind shadow.
All wind shadows slugging each other. And while you're saying that, see what happened. First and second goes to Bilgi University. And they also made a huge mistake when we're going down here. We saw that both Derin, Denise and Utku chosen to go the long route around the marks.
Exactly. So, yeah, they had to be aware of that situation and they had to communicate, and somebody in the team has to warn that they are going to do wrong gate mark, because otherwise you are going to lose a lot of distance. And apparently in this situation, Onur Mandalinci managed to climb to the second position here.
Yeah, and this is maybe what we are thinking in coming in here. There we go, Mert against Karim. While we're watching that, we can say that Lele, he's free. So the battle is here and the battle is up here. So can Udamalinci and Utkun take a battle, and can Utkun manage to attack and go in front of Unur? I'm not sure. No, it's the opposite, and this might be bad news for Born. So will Istanbulbilgiuniversity take this victory, take this lead, win this race 3-1. It's the downwind action that decides it. They will have Lele sailing for the victory, but we'll have a battle between Just Watch and Utku, and also Karim against Mert. So, chat, fans, who will win this one? Will we see a huge comeback?
Well, Bilgi is very much in control, I have to say, Thomas. You see Just Watch, Onur Mandalinci controlling Utku, and in the meanwhile Kerem controlling Mert. They're just doing, they know what they're doing right now. So I think it's really hard for Bogaziciuniversity to win this race.
Yeah. Let's see. Right now, Udamalinci sneaks away, and if he just managed to go away and Karim can attack Utkun, then it's game over. He launched the spinnaker a little bit early, speeding downwind. He's winning momentum. See, it's only counting up right now. 40, 42, 46, 52, 54, and they're also splitting. It's game over. That was the move. Maybe getting the victory to Bilgi University of Istanbul. Will they go into the grand final? And it looks like we are going that way.
Yeah, Utku was too late to jibe. He had to immediately jibe when he turned that mark, and just try to give some wind shadow to Onur Mandalinci to have a little bit of chance, to win. But unfortunately, he was too late to jibe, and the people behind him just they gave their own wind shadow to him, and then we see there's a big gap between Onur and Utku. So it looks like it's going to be a win for Bilgi University.
It looks like it's not over yet, but it seems like it's being over. He's caught in wind shadow. He's just outside. No, he's caught. There's 1 knot in speed difference. The finish line is getting closer and closer. And there he seals the victory. They are winning 3-1 and goes directly into the grand final against Sabancı University. That was winning 3-2 against Istanbul University. And here we have the confirmation. Race number 4 ended up with a victory for Team Blue. But with that said, let's get ready for the grand final. It will start in 3 minutes time. Let's just go on a small commercial break and get ready for the grand final.
Merhaba, ben Hüner. Kullanılmış yelken kumaşlarını ileri dönüştürerek dayanıklı, el işçiliğiyle üretilmiş çanta ve aksesuarlar tasarlıyorum. İleri dönüşüm, artık atıl olan veya olduğu halde kullanılamayacak malzemeleri daha çok değer katarak tekrar kullanılabilecek hale getirmek demek. İleri dönüşüm yapmak için çok fazla kaynak ve olanak var. Her malzeme başka bir şeye dönüştürülebilecek bir fırsat gibi gelmeye başlıyor. WWF Market için geliştirdiğimiz bu koleksiyonu mümkün olacak en az miktarda atık çıkarmış olmak için son 3 yıldır kendi markamın üretimi için kullandığım yelkenlerin kalan parçalarından yaptık. Bu sebeple Kevlar, Dacron ve balon yarış yelkenlerinin parçalarından oluşan bu çantaların hepsi birbirinden farklı.
And welcome back here on eSailing TV. Welcome back to Sabancı University Intercollegiate eSailing European Cup. That was maybe the shortest title I've been sailing for a long time. But we are here tonight and we are getting ready for the grand finale, the grand final. El Grande, who's going to win it tonight? And until now we have been seeing two very mixed semifinals, but something is for sure. We have two really top sailors from each team. So who are we going to watch and who we need to keep an eye on?
Yeah, as we saw in the semifinals, in Sabancı University, Kemal Jarfi is really good, and he managed to block actually Umut Efe Alp Koçak Karşıyaka in the semifinals, and that really helped his teammates to promote and just win in the good results. And in the other team is Bilgi University and Onur Mandalinci with Just Watch code name. And I know he's a really talented sailor. Also, he's a really talented team racer as well. And in the national team, we are also racing together. And he knows, as we can see, he knows the tricks and he knows how to mark trap and how to attack to other boats and control the others. And I think strategically both teams are really good. And but I have to say, Istanbul Technical University was really good too, and Sabancı University managed to win over them. So I think they're really strong. And if they won against Istanbul Technical University, why not they win against Bilgi University? I can say. So it will be pretty on the table.
So we are going to have 3 points of attack in this race coming in. It is the start, and then it's the personal battle in between Udo Malinzi, Just Watch, and Kafi. That's also a battle, and then it's who's best of doing the mark traps when we're coming up there, because we saw Sabancı University come back in the last race by being very good. The two top players were battling against each other. Kafi against Kasiaka. Kafi won that one, but can he win over Udomalinsi? That is where we're going to watch. And then can the rest of his team make a mark trap or make sure that the other team players from the opposite team can't go in from Bilby? That is the interesting part here. So if we really have to say, where will this race be won or lost? If you really have to pinpoint, which of those three elements is the biggest battle getting a winner in the grand final?
Well, that's really hard to imagine and hard to guess, but I can say the team coordination is really important, as I thought before. Everything can change until the last downwind. We saw that in the previous races. So if everyone knows what they're doing and if they communicate with each other in a good way and just be aware of their surroundings, because sometimes you're too focused that you're doing a match race, but actually a lot of things happen at the other side of the course. So this is really important as well. They have to watch for their teammates from the start to finish. This is very important. So we will see, as you said, the start is the key, and then positioning. If you are going to do a mark trap, then you have to be in a leading position as well. And afterwards, you have to have a really good strategy in the downwind, staying clear and communicating with your teammates, and just covering the other boats as well. So yeah, it's going to be all on the table from the beginning till the end.
And with that said, see here the players are getting ready to join the grand final. The organizer, Sabancı University, Susail against Istanbulbilgiuniversity. And what a fight. Two universities that both have been organizing e-sailing events for universities around Europe and in Turkey, and they are both now in a team race grand final. I have to say, what a story to tell tonight. That is great. And Havuk, while we're talking about universities e-sailing in Turkey, how is this event growing? How is e-sailing growing in Turkey?
Well, as you know, we have a community called eSailing Club, and we are trying to do as many races as we can. And in the last days, we also did some fleet racing, and we will also do some team racing as well. But we see some young talents joining our community and starting the racing. And if we sign with World Sailing in the near future as Turkish Sailing Federation, I think we will also see some new guys attending these competitions. So it will grow faster.
Fantastic. And with that said, the race number 1 in the grand final is open. Let's go in and see what happens. And welcome to all of you viewers sitting around the world and special in Turkey. I have one guy writing in the chat, Havuk on fire. That's great. Havuk is on fire. He's here with me in studio. For all of those of you just joining in, welcome to Sabancı University eSailing Cup here. And it's a BO5 event. It's team race 3 versus 3. It's in this fantastic boat, the J70. And here we have Udomalinsi stings like a bee. And it's all about getting the less point score as possible. So the team with the lowest point score is winning a race. There's 21 points in total. 10 points and below will give you the victory. And watching the 2D start, there's no favorite side. So let's see how it unfolds. 10 seconds, Havuk.
Yeah, we'll see. And Onur Mandalinci is covering one of the guy just underneath him.
Ooh, slow
Late start
start.
from Kerem.
Yeah, a very
late
slow start, but also Bakay with a slow start. Is this the nerves coming in? Udamalinci, this is the battle we talked about. Kafi and Udamalinci, side by side. Oh, penalty!
Oh, no.
The first blood goes to Bilgi University of Istanbul, and it's Udamalinci against Kafi. And this is one of the battles we are going to watch. Kafi and Udamalinci are going to battling each other, and this was just the start, the beginning of this battle of tonight.
Yeah, that was a really hot start, I think. And we see Onur Mandalinci and Jarfi just competing at the starting line, and then Onur Mandalinci just giving him a penalty from rule number 11, windward, and Jarfi couldn't handle the tension, I believe. He had to just take way before, because you know this is team racing and the other team will do anything to give you a penalty, so you have to just stay away from the other team.
And here we see Kafi and Udamalinci still following each other, even if he got a penalty. And right now, Kafi, he needs to take care. Bakay is coming in from starboard. Havanci coming in from starboard. He, a little bit early to bear away to tack towards the top mark. Khmer also coming in here. So, what to do? A small wind shift coming in. Who is in the favored position in this race number 1?
Well, right now Bilgi is leading, but there's a huge shift from the right-hand side, and we see 2 Sabancı University guys also going to right, and maybe they will be able to catch up to the other guys, and I think catching up in the first upwind mark is okay, and then you can do your strategy in the downwind. It's never over.
It is never over. And special in between these 2 universities, we have been seeing Sabancı University being under pressure, being behind 2-0 in the first match. And while saying that, see this battle again here. Udamalinci stings like a bee, makes a lot of trouble. So much fine battle in there. But they're really good at fighting back in it. And right now, Kafi, according to server, are in the lead, but I'm not sure that will hold when they're rounding the top mark.
Yeah, probably Onur is going to be leading the race, but it's going to be close, as I said, and their strategy in the downwind will just be critical.
Kafi coming in, going on the inside, second penalty! It's 2-0 to the Udamalinci, and then an unforced penalty by Lele, opening the whole event up again, making Havalci going on the inside, taking control. Wow.
Oh, it's all on the table again.
Oh, another battle up there. This time, Kafi wins it. So it's on. We talked about 3 points in it. We talked about Kafi versus Udamalinci, just watch, and then the mark traps. So that is the 2 points, and right now we're seeing it unfold all the way.
That was such a sneak away. It was really good.
And the fire's back this time. So it's 1-2, Kafi with a point score. And it's not about who's doing the most penalties, but we're just counting who's winning their internal battle here. So now it's Sabancı University in the lead.
Wow, it was really good, yeah. Jarfi did really good job there, sneaking away at the top mark and then giving a penalty to Onur Mandalinci at the right time. Right now, I think they are leading the race, but it's so close.
It's so close. Lele, he's one of the guys we haven't talked much about. He's under pressure by Havanci. Havanci is in control, but he will get a penalty. Penalty! What a race. This is team race. It's really going into battle here. Khmer, he's under trouble. Bakay. And they're it doesn't matter which side you're in, but Udamalinci with a penalty made by Havanci.
2 penalties to Bilgi.
This is one of those events.
Controlling the race now.
And as the chat says at the moment, Kafi is the star. He is the one winning this one race. And I have to say, it's 2-2 at the moment, penalty-wise. But it's not over yet. Let's see, the B is here, Udamalinci, but he's last position. But see the distance, only 38 meters behind the leader.
Yeah, it is. I mean, right now Susail is in a good position, as I said, and they're controlling the other fleet, the other team. And if they manage to sneak away a little bit until downwind starts, and they will win the race.
So the battle with Havensi, if he can slow down rest of the fleet, do some trouble together with Bakay and Kafi can sneak away, then it's all open. But let's see if Kafi he actually learned something from semifinals. Remember race number 1, he turned around to help his team in the race number 1. But in race number 4, he just sailed for the victory and made his teammates battling for them, trusting them, and then they ending up winning it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that was the turning point of Sabancı University sailing team. And right now we see them in the grand final, leading the grand final against Bilgi University. Such a top class team racing.
And it is top class, and here we can see they're almost covering each other, Bakay and Havansi, but Kafi is sneaking away. Lane here, and then we have Udamalinci back in the lead, but Kamir, he is so far behind, so we need to see what's Udamalinci up to. Can he come back in the race? But it's Havansi. If he's doing some trouble there, then it's game over. Bilgi University of Istanbul. Oi! Oh, he was ready for the downwind attack. What a move! They know each other that well, and now, they enter the mark rounding zone from downside. Oh, boy! Hits the mark. 11 seconds slowdown, but it's time enough for Bakay to sneak away. Let's see. He's coming back in the race now and can do a lot of trouble. Oi, Udamalinci slowed down by Lalane. That's giving the advantage to Sabancı University. They are sneaking away. They are going for the victory. Will they win race number 1? 8 point versus 13. Oosh. There we go. And I can say to you guys, Havuk is all frozen. He's so quiet. He's frozen up with the internet because it's so exciting. So we will just get him in studio again in 2 sec. There we have Just Watch. He's under pressure. Bakay is crossing in. Havuk is almost back. He's doing he's here. He's doing like a matrix, shaking his head, and there he's coming back.
It is a really nice team racing right now we are seeing, and Berkay did something wrong going to the left side. There wasn't too much pressure at the course, but right now I think Sabancı University is pretty much control.
No! Penalty! To Udamalinci. Is he taking the victory to his team?
Is it gonna be enough?
No, they still have Kamir in 6th position. It's 1-0 for Sabancı University.
Sail Sabancı, yeah, exactly.
Great start.
That was a really close one.
What a fantastic start of this grand final. Let's continue on doing that level.
Wow,
I'm sweating in here, and it's not the lights coming from all the side. It is action, hardcore action, close races. But we talked about the 3 points we have to look at. One of them was Udamalinci versus Kafi. And Kafi won the first battle here tonight.
Yeah, although Onur Mandalinci was very aggressive at the start and later on at the upwind, Jarfi really did great job at the downwind. He sneaked away just underneath Onur Mandalinci and then gave him a penalty. So that was the turning point of the race. Later on, they managed to keep their positions. They were in the first 2 positions, and they managed to finish in 1:45, which was enough for winning the leg. So congratulations to my old university, Sabancı University, for the first win of the grand final.
Yeah, and it's interesting what's going to happen here in the next race, because with this high level, these individual battle between the two captains of the team, but also see the other teammates working together and communicating. Wow, what a battle coming up. While saying that, let's just go in split view so we can see the battle starts when they're joining in. And there, I think we are going to, you are the carrot of Turkey. He might be the bee of Turkey, Udamalinsi now. He has this bee on his sails. He stings like a bee. Oh, and what an opponent you meet there. So I have to say, he's really going into it. He's really killing it. He's really nailing it. But we have another talent here, Kafi. Kafi going in, taking over, attacking him. He doesn't have a token on him. Maybe he should have a shield or something, just to defend against the bee. But what a great start we have here.
Yeah, it was a great start. Right now, again, we will have a great start as well. I think usually, if you look at the strategy from Bilgi University, we see that Onur Mandalinci is trying the downwind start. He is like standing on the upwind, and he is just using his spin anchor to go fast and just trying lever to his opponent and trying to penalize him and trying to do a fast start. Usually he's using the pennant, and that's his strategy. Usually it works for him, but sometimes he's too early. Sometimes he takes a penalty while he's going back to the line. But that's one of the good strategy to be able to penalize and just stall one of your opponents just before the start line.
Yeah, just before the start line. But let's see. Right now we're waiting for one of the players to join in. I know you're sitting around Turkey, and it's a mixed signal, mixed 3D net also. I remember first time, Havuk, you organized a Turkish regatta we had here on eSailing TV. And I laughed a little bit because you actually called with your mobile phone into some of the players, said, hey, you need to join now. Oh, okay. And then they were joining, because there are very mixed also IT level there. But I have to say one thing, you guys are really coming after it. And what we are seeing here is definitely some of the highest level in the world. I can't see who we are missing, but it looks like it's one of Sabancı University. It's Bakay coming in there. Oh, one guy just lost out also. So we are having some technical issues at the moment, but don't worry, we will be here until the grand final is over. So, who will win the next battle, Cafe or Udamalinci? Was it great play by Kafia, or was Udamalinci just, I have to say, beaten?
There's a big tension, Thomas. I have to say. I mean, they are both very talented team members, and strategically you can be a good sailor, but you have to think as a team member. So that's the crucial point, and we saw that Jarfi in the first race did the right move at the right time and just lead his teammates to win the race. It was such a good race, first race. So I'm expecting the same level in this race as well.
And let's see, when you're saying expecting the same level, race number 2 coming up. And there it is. We can't see the teammates yet. The color is coming in a few seconds. Actually, the color should be in there. There we have Team Yellow, Sabancı University, Susail. And then we have Istanbulbilgiuniversity with the blue color. Who will win? Bilgi versus Susail. Kafi versus Udamalinci. It's a team race, but we have 2 stars, captain of each team.
Yeah, right now we see Onur Mandalinci coming with Spinnaker, coming fast, trying to think it is with like a bee, and yeah, he's a little bit late, but he's trying to looking for someone to penalize, I think.
He's looking for somebody to eat up, and there we go.
Exactly.
Oh, he's pressing into committee, but he's losing momentum. He's under pressure. Udamalinsky slows down. Who is it? It's Kafi. It's the two guys battling each other already from the start. You should know these guys are like magnets. They are female and male magnet, seeking each other, seeking the battle. And what a battle they're putting on tonight.
Yeah, I have to say Onur Mandelinci did a really good start, covering Jarfi at the start line. He just literally he parked just next to him at his leeward, and Jarfi couldn't speed up, and he's in the last position, or maybe bad position, but he's been under cover by Onur Mandelinci. So they both know what to do, so let's see how they're going to proceed right now.
And right now we can say Kafi is actually in the picture looking like he's losing, but see, it's only 14 meters, 16 meters from him to the leader. So this is a brand open game. Udamalinsky placing himself in the middle here, and he's actually in position where he both can cover the whole other team, the whole fleet of 4 boats over here. Lene, he's actually in a bad position, covered by Bakay. Bakay covered by Karim. But then we have Havanti in the lead. But again, the 2 overall leaders, see, they're coming in there. The wind shift is with them. Everything is with them. It's like they know this game in and out.
Yeah, they both catched up.
Small mistake by Karim. He went upwind, like he tacked and then tacked again, losing momentum, dropping down.
Oh.
That might be costly because now Kafi coming in, getting rid. Oh, he doesn't take the battle yet. It's downwind. We will see him come back.
He's going to be waiting for the right shift, just trying to keep his position so that he will use the advantage of the right shift. Oh, he's being patient. I think he's going to just catch up with the fleet.
He's catching up with the fleet. Havanti in the lead, covering Udamalinsky. Bakay coming on the inside. And now we have a troubleshoot up there. Because when you're coming from port side and entering the mark rounding zone, then you cut on the rule 18. And see here, one thing is for sure, these guys will come from starport and have the right of way and will not maneuvering when they're inside the zone. Let's see.
Yeah, it's going to be really close.
Penalty, come here. That's a very... penalty, Bakay. Oh, he's doing a 360 also. No. Double penalty almost. And Udamalinsky, he's only waiting for one guy. Kafi. It's like the magnets again. He knows he's coming there. I want to follow him side by side. That is the battle we are going to win. Inside.
Again, no. This
Too
time,
early. Too early.
This time, Onur gives the penalty to Jarfi.
Yeah.
He learned from his mistake from the previous race.
But again, see Jarfi putting himself on the inside of Udamalinsky. This is not over. We'll just have 2 more penalties this downwind action. Well, let's follow this battle here. We can see Havanti, he needs to go for the win. Lele needs to put him up there. But then we have the battle, Khmer versus Karim versus Bakay, and then Kafi versus Udamalinsky. This is again the battle deciding who is winning this race, who is winning this regatta. Penalty, it's coming in! Side by opposite side! Just timing, Kafi! What a talent move by him! Handing over the penalty to Udamalinsky. Way to go! And he's now in lighter wind also. Whoosh! 2-2 in penalty already also in this race.
Yeah, got a penalty from rule number 16, I presume. And even though he was levered, he laughed too much on Jarfi, and he got a penalty.
And I have to say, this is what we love. This is the action we want to see. This is how team race is going to be fought. Now we're going up when it's going nice and slow. They're following each other. This battle here doesn't mean anything. Oi! Bakay, what he's doing? No, no, no, no, no. He's taking on a Sunday trip with his lunch packet, going the opposite way, enjoying the jumping dolphins in the game and the sun, getting sunburned at the same time, and losing 50 meters in one move. This is opening everything up again. So now Kafi and Havansi needs to battling all the way from the self.
Yeah, we call it in Turkey that they go to the Princess Islands for eating fish. You know,
Yeah.
like I probably enjoyed some delicious fish in the islands. But yeah, just kidding. But you know, right now I think the main question is, can Jarfi manage to keep his position in the third place? It's going to be really tough for him because he's covered with guys from Bilgi University, as we can see. If he manages to finish in the third place, then his team will win.
Yeah, last time.
But if he falls in the fourth place, it's not going to be easy because Erkay is on a trip to the island.
Yeah.
Helvacı is way in front, and you see Jarfi is leading the race. Jarfi is just all alone with other guys. So we'll see.
We'll see. Last time I saw a hunt like this, 3 bigger boats against a small steam of fish, and that was actually this huge giant whales swimming around the stream of fish, and then suddenly they caught them and blew them up to the surface and ate them all. But right now Lele, he's in second, Kafi is in third, and now it's interesting, how close is Uda Melinci coming, or Karim? But it looks like it's too far away with the ice here. So Lele, he needs to do a wind trap up there. He needs to do something. He needs to slow down. He needs
exactly.
So let's see what he's doing. No, he's continue. No communication on the team from Bilgi University. This might give another point to Sabancı University. No, no, no, no, no. And the chat is going wild. We believe in you, Kafi. You are the star, Kafi. You're going to win this one. And it looks like he is, because no communication from Bilgi University in Istanbul. That is, that's a hard nut, that one. I thought they were really good in communication, Havuk.
Well, I guess so, but I presume that Lalaine doesn't have too much experience in team racing, so they may not wanted to risk the second place, and maybe Onur Mandalinci thought that he would catch with Jarfi in the downwinds. He thought he was close enough to catch with him, but apparently he cannot, and I think we can call the race, right?
It's almost called. No, don't call it before it crosses the finish line. While saying that, Lele coming in, Kafi coming in third, and Uda Melinci way ahead behind. And do you know what, Havuk? This is giving
Sabancı University is winning this race
2-0 to Sabancı University. What a huge surprise of this race. What a development, what a race. Fantastic regatta.
Merhaba, ben Hüner. Kullanılmış yelken kumaşlarını ileri dönüştürerek dayanıklı, el işçiliğiyle üretilmiş çanta ve aksesuarlar tasarlıyorum. İleri dönüşüm, artık atıl olan veya olduğu halde kullanılamayacak malzemeleri daha çok değer katarak tekrar kullanılabilecek hale getirmek demek. İleri dönüşüm yapmak için çok fazla kaynak ve olanak var. Her malzeme başka bir şeye dönüştürülebilecek bir fırsat gibi gelmeye başlıyor. WWF Market için geliştirdiğimiz bu koleksiyonu mümkün olacak en az miktarda atık çıkarmış olmak için son 3 yıldır kendi markamın üretimi için kullandığım yelkenlerin kalan parçalarından yaptık. Bu sebeple kevlar, dakron ve balon yarış yelkenlerinin parçalarından oluşan bu çantaların hepsi birbirinden farklı.
Wow. What a development of this grand final. I have actually thought that Bilby University will take the battle even more into Sabancı University, but tonight there's one guy on fire. He's called Kafi.
Yeah, Kemal Jarfi is his name, and yeah, he's really racing in top class, and he's in top form, I can say. And also we saw that Bilgi University made some mistake in the last downwind. Lalaine had to just do a mark trap to be able to help his teammate Onur Mandalinci catch up with the other guys, and maybe they would have chance. But unfortunately for them, they have lost, and right now it's 2-0 to Sabancı University. Well done to my university again.
It's amazing. They have 3 match points now, or 2 match points, and a decider if we're going so far into it. But never say never. Bilby University might come back in this race. And we are watching 3 battles in total. This is race number 3 coming up. And remember, there's 3 battles we have taken a focus on. Battle number 1, it's Kafi versus Udamalinci. And Udamalinci is not in the race right now. He needs a small break. He needs to win those small battles they have. Then the battle number 2 we have is the mark roundings and the mark trap. And then the battle number 3, which team is best to communicate together. And right now it looks like Sabancı University is winning that one. So also in those focus points, it is 2-1 to Sabancı University. So
yeah, I can say that Susail, Sabancı University sailing team, is quite relieved. And probably Bilgi University is feeling the pressure right now. They have no chance left, so they have to avoid making mistakes.
And they really have to avoid making mistakes. Can they keep the pressure? Can they keep calm? Let's just fast go in 2D mode. There's no favorite side, so it's all about the start. Let's get a little bit closer here. Oh, this is a yellow boat. Who is it? We can't see it. It's not Kafi. This is Havansi in the grey boat, not getting a color. And this is Kafi. Let's see. Oh, it's going to be close again. Oh, he's taking a penalty.
Start maybe.
But no, at all, false start.
Oh.
Penalty and false start. No. He couldn't handle the pressure. But see, Udamalinci also with a penalty. Havansi with a bad start. So it's not total disaster, but still, it is one of those disasters that's not allowed to happen. But K is now the guy who's doing all the magic.
Yeah, exactly. We can't say it's over yet because Berka is in a really good position, and if he can do some magic, if he can stall the guys in the big university and help his teammates out, then you will see them winning the regatta.
Yeah, and this is actually a very good cross made by Helvensi, going in front of Udamalinci, covering him up and making Kafi coming back in the race. So it's all opening up again. This is not over. A bad start, but still in the lead of the race.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Helvacı with white boat, he is just doing some separation at the right-hand side. But I think that there will be
friendly fire in there in the middle.
Oh, no.
Udamalinci, Lale hits each other. No. Making Kafi going in front of Uno. No, the battle is on. Thank you, friendly fire. Please, guys, when you have missiles and torpedoes on your boat, please make sure that they're not firing at themselves. So this is what just happened. No, friendly fire coming in. But Kafi in the lead, and Helvensi also taking the overall lead in front of Bilby University. Is this the finish of this race? Is a mark trap coming in? What will you do in this case, Havuk?
Wow, I just have to say that Bilgi University is definitely feeling the pressure right now, and it's really tough for them to proceed in the stage. They have to find some separation, something different from their opponents to give them some advantage. But right now,
it looks hard.
oh man,
you can see it here in 2D mode. It looks like Sabancı University is going in to take a victory of this fantastic team race cup. But it's not over yet. It's only the first top mark rounding we're coming into. So a lot of things can happen. But Kafi, the guy who has been in the lead, doing all the matching in the two first races, he just needs to put in a mark trap and take the battle towards Bilgi University, slow them down and make his teammate sail away. Can he do that? Bakay coming in. Avensi in the lead.
Mark trap, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. And that's going to be a decisive one.
Textbook block. He's on the inside. He's covering up Uno. No, he's not attacking Uno Malinzi. Oh, now the pressure is coming in. It's too late. Uno sneaks away. Oh, no, he opened up the race, so he needs to slow down the two others. But what a trap, what a start. Fantastic, terrible start, but friendly fire with torpedoes on Bilby University made this possible.
Wow. I think, there's a huge gap between second and third, so I can't say this is a close match anymore. Bilgi University has to find some wins from some corner, and they have to catch up with the leading boats and somehow try to win the race, but it doesn't look good for them.
It doesn't look good. It almost looked like game over, but a lot of things can happen. We are in Turkey, we have seen it before, and we are not allowed to say it because one thing I can see up there, one of the boats are gray. And we always know what happens when one boat is gray. It means we might experience a disconnection. A disconnection is the same like a boat is breaking on the water. So hold on tight, hold the breath. Sabancı University, cross the fingers, throw some love into your team. Because, unforced penalty by Uno. He's trying to win all the meters he can. And then he gets 11 seconds slowdown. He's under pressure. He can't handle it right now. Kafi just needs to slow down. But still, throw the love to Sabancı University. If they're going to win, one of the boats up there are gray. We know what it can mean while we're seeing the B here in the focus.
Thomas, meanwhile, I have the news that Istanbul Technical University is they won over Boğaziçiuniversity 3-0. So congratulations to them as well. Istanbul Technical University finishing the regatta in third place.
And congratulations, and that was the team that sailed Sabancı University just managed to win over. That is Kasiaka Utmun Efe in that race. So that could have been them taking the battle here to Bilby. But see here, right now we're keeping an eye on the grey boat because we know there can be trouble in the air. There can be a big disconnection button in the air. So still watching it.
Yes, Thomas, please don't curse. Don't do the commentators curse, and let's focus on the game. Right?
I haven't called it yet, but when I can't see a name, I can see a grey boat. Then we're just crossing everything we can on the things and hands. Bakay almost caught by Udo Malinzi, but it's too late. Uno, he needs to really hurt Bakay, so he drops down to 5th. But Kafi is coming in 4th. So right now, Sabancı University are in control.
Exactly. There's a big gap between Berkay and Onur Mandalinci.
See how close he's going. Just around the mark. Great mark rounding there by Udo Malinzi, but it's too late. See, racing for the triumph. Halvansi in the lead. Bakay coming in second. Kafi just needs to make some trouble down there, or just finish the race. Uno is getting ready. Let's see. There will be no battle downwind. It's only if Bakay is going into lighter wind, Uno Malinzi can capture him. This only means one thing. They have been fighting. They have been doing everything they could to go into the grand final. It looked like they were going to lose against Istanbul Technical University. But what a fight. They came back behind 2-0, winning 3-2. It is Sabancı University, and it looks like they are taking the overall victory. What a fantastic regatta. I know it's saying 3-0, but it's not telling the whole story, because the story we are going to tell is Uno Malinzi against Kafi. But in this case, Kafi won the race together with his team. Congratulations, and while saying that, Bakay sealing the victory, Sabancı University 3-0.
Wow, such a good race.
A fantastic race, fantastic result. The crowd goes wild. The chat goes amok. Everybody's writing, congratulations, way to go. And we also have to say here from studio, congratulations, 3-0 victory for Sabancı University. Wow. I hadn't called a 3-0 victory in the grand final with those two teams, but as we said, two giants meeting each other, and in this case, only one giant came out with the victory.
Yeah, exactly. I think Bilgi University couldn't handle the pressure in the last race, and we saw a friendly fire in the first upwind. Even though they were in a good position, they gave each other a penalty and some big barrier way to just avoid penalizing each other's. So at the end of the day, we saw Sabancı University leading the race, and suddenly just giving a huge gap with the third place. And wow, that was a nice race, and they won it 3-0. Congratulations to Sabancı University for winning the regatta. Well done.
Well done, and with those words said, also congratulations to Istanbul Technical University winning third place 3-0, also coming in that way. And with that said, the next big regatta you might see coming in eSailing with me and maybe Alec Wilkinson also as host will be actually the OVS, the Olympic Virtual Series. And it's coming up end of May. We haven't got all informations yet when it's going to happen, but some of the next events coming up is the Olympics. So we're going from university races here on eSailing TV to the Olympic channel. Great work, guys, and I hope to see one of you qualify, but at least I might see this guy going all the way. I won't put any pressure on him. But great stuff. Thank you for joining in, Kaan Mansluka. Mr. Kaan Mansluka, Havuk, the carrot of Turkey, 3 times qualification to the World Championships in eSailing as the only one in the world. With that said,
Thanks, Thomas.
thanks. See you all.
Bye-bye.